looking back on the last game, now you've had a chance to watch it back, any more thoughts on how things went now?
I mean, this is what I told you after the game. I think we were a little bit sloppy in the first half. But we had moments where we could have been deadly. We counted maybe 4 or 5 moments in the first half where we made the wrong decisions. I think that was what was in this game. Both on and off the ball, there was some decisions making that could have been better. But again, you look away from that. You say, all right, it could have easily been maybe 2-0 to them, 3-0 in the first half. But we can't take away what we did in second half, because in second half that showed who we were, with being effective with the chances, but also being deadly throughout the game, showing also our fitness level. Because I think once we scored, I was not in doubt that we're gonna get the second one, And we talked a lot about killer mentality, and I think in this game, 2 chances, we took it.
When you say that, it's been a long time. We talked about it, like you just said it during the week. What is going through your mind those first 60 minutes, waiting for hopefully that killer mentality to pop up, and then when it does, what's the response from you and your staff as well?
Well, we saw it. I mean, for me, it's we started the game, and when you start the game and you see the sloppiness, as a coach, you want to change everything, but you can't change it. But sometimes also it's important for the players to go through those processes. But the things that I was very happy with was the calmness that the players had, and we also had when we came to halftime, just explaining that it's just about our sloppiness, and we tweaked a little bit of how we wanted to press, and that was it. And for the rest, they showed up and they showed their quality, and even going a man down, I was very pleased in the way that we managed it, where in the beginning of the year, that was also a little bit of a struggle. So we've struggled, we've improved. We struggled, we improved. That is part of a footballing team, right? Especially also when you have a young squad, it is going to be that. And we're very happy because you see growth in some moments and you see not so much growth in some moments, but that is part of their growth, right? So that is brilliant to see.
Hope's red card got rescinded. Were you pretty confident that was going to happen? And, looking back at the highlight, did you think it was a penalty?
Yeah, but for me, it was normally I never speak about referees, and Joe Dickinson is a very good referee, being an MLS referee, refereed the All-Star games and everything. I think for me, it was a missed call, so that's it. But again, it's important with the video review because that helps now, so you see also the good part of VAR and not in our league, but again regarding the videos with Speedio that we get provided. I think the league made the right decision. Should have been maybe penalty and a 3-1, but we didn't get it. But at least it would have been shame to lose them. But we're very happy that the decision got rescinded and and the right call.
You mentioned a second ago in-game adjustments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You 30-45 minutes in, you flop Nino off to the left and move Formella to the 9. Nino just mentioned it in his presser about wanting more 1v1. In that scenario, is that in any way because of how much Maury Donor was higher up on the right side and maybe looking for an advantage there?
No, I think Formella also did a great job, but we needed Nino is a good Lincoln player, but I think being in the middle, he needs space to run, and I think the space was more on the outside, and Forme is also stronger in the middle to link up, and I thought Forme did a fantastic job out left, but we just wanted to tweak it just to give him a different look, and it paid off, because on both goals, on the first one, Nino is involved, on the second one as well as Marga involved, wingers, Forma as well, so that was a little bit, we know that we can always tweak our players into different positions, which makes it a little more difficult for the opposition.
Where would you say the team's coming along at the moment in terms of availability, injuries?
Well, I mean, obviously we've had a couple of players out. We know Mo is a long-time injury. Pap is coming back, which is brilliant. Obviously, Essenge is out, but I think he's out. He will be back against OC. Other than that, obviously, Cyrus is out for a while, so those are the long-term injuries that we have. But for the rest, I think we're managing the players and the squad. So hopefully by the time that we come back after this mental health break, that we will have most of the squad available.
How difficult is it to look at Pop coming back after his long absence and continue to look at your center backs that aren't available and make the choice to be smart about it and not maybe rush him back into a game environment and stuff like that, knowing you might need center backs to play?
Oh yeah, no, Pop is trending in the right direction. He's giving us everything he has, and we're very happy with it. He's a hard worker. He's pushing himself. And he's sad that he cannot help the team. That is the most important thing. So he's rushing back as quick as. But also we need to be patient and we need to be smart with him because we still got 4 months left of the season, 5 months left of the season. So we're not going to rush somebody that we know can get a setback. So it's better just to ease him in step by step, like we do with all other injuries. So, but the biggest thing is we're happy to have our captain back training in full health, and he brings a lot to the team as well. So we're very happy with that.
Obviously, we've seen Carl wearing the armband in Pat's absence. What kind of qualities have you seen in him that would make him be that kind of stance?
Well, I think Carl is a silent leader, not so much of a true vocal. And I think at the start of the season, he did not perform, but I think he came along and been performing very well for us in the centre back role. And the last game as the 6, I believe he started a little bit sloppy, but then he grew into the game. And we're very happy with his performance. We know what he can bring to the team, so we're very happy with where he is and his performance.
Obviously, you mentioned earlier the mental health break coming up. Can you talk a bit about your thoughts on that when you head to next week?
It's very, very important because today's generation, not to put everybody in or generalize them everybody, but they suffer more than, let's say, my generation. My generation, we were out playing. Street lights come on, that's when you know that it's time to go home. Right now, if you punished us by saying you're not going out, but right now the social media, it's good, but also it can kill. What I mean with it can kill, it kill you emotionally. Because there are people that are out there writing stuff about you that you don't want to read, but you read it. But as well as just how quick the world is moving, I think it's very important as well for athletes, to have a moment to themselves where they can reflect, because it's also important. It's the health for me is more important, and the human being, because it's very important that we take care of who we are personally. And that goes not only for football players, that goes for everybody in life in general. It's very important that sometimes you pause a little bit, just to pause and cherish where you are and reflect on where you are and what you can improve, and leave a little bit of the negativity out, because there's a lot of negativity in the world, and it influences our daily lives, to be fair, rather than thinking the positives, which is, you wake up, you can breathe. That's a gratitude. You can go out, do what we love to do. That's a gratitude. That's not something you take for granted, but you're grateful to have those little ones. So we're very happy with that. And like I say, it's very, very important also for the players, for them to use it specifically, to relax, reflect, get yourself in good shape again, And if you're in trouble, ask help. Right? As a human being, ask help. There's nothing wrong asking help, and people helping. That's a fine, by the way.
A little bit off topic, but Patrick Ajuman just it was announced that he was going overseas. I know you spent a lot of time with him in Charlotte. Just overall thoughts on him, and obviously he got signed to go play overseas, but how far do you think he can go?
Sky is the limit for Pat, and he's somebody that is very relentless, somebody that, nothing was given to him. Everything he had to earn it, and rightfully so. Going through Div 2 colleges, nobody looked at him, come in the draft, came to Crown Legacy, came to the first team, working with him, it was a blessing, and to see his growth. It's not surprising to me, because his desire and the determination to make it was there, and he deserved every bit of it. I know there have been doubters about him, but he's also proven in the national team, you know, that he can do it. And now he goes overseas, which is one of the greatest things he can have for his career. You know, that development piece to go to England, you know, develop in the championship, and hopefully move on from there, and hopefully come and represent US in the 26 World Cup. That would be amazing. You know, it's another year that he continues growth, but I'm super delighted for him. And now he owed me sushi dinner. No, you're late.
Perdón.
No, perdona, ¿por qué?
No,
Ya, no, orange juice. Dígame, papi.
¿Nos podrás decir sobre la lesión de Remy? ¿Cómo se está recuperando? ¿Sabemos cuánto tiempo va a estar fuera Remy?
Remy, yo pensar esas dos semanas. 2 semanas y le recuperar por el entrenador. Yo pensar c'est un paso de paso día, porque no necesario Remy le venir rápido, porque c'est 3 meses, c'est largo tiempo, c'est muy importante para él y le trabajar tranquilo y le trabajar muy fuerte. Yo soy muy contento con su recuperación.
Y también te quería preguntar, ¿cómo miraste la actuación de Isan la semana pasada contra Oakland? Obviamente jugó un rol un poco diferente, pues estaba jugando por la banda izquierda, de extremo izquierdo, si no me equivoco, así lo miré en el partido. Pero ¿cómo miraste su actuación y crees que veremos más de él en esa posición?
Saco niños en jugador y le juega 3 posiciones diferentes. Para mí está muy necesito los jugadores y le juega diferente posición. Para él no hay problemas, él le juega extremo y le juega central. Para él no hay problema. Para nosotros es muy importante jugadores y le inteligente y le cambiar todo de posición. Con eso es difícil por la oposición y le juega para él.
As you look towards El Paso, your last chance to get points in the group stage of the Jägermeister Cup, how aware are you of the situation your team is in when you look at the other tables and knowing what you need to do to get out of?
You got to win. And you got to win, and that's what it is. I think when you look at the cup, you go and you look at the cup, you look at 2 games where that you knew you could have you should have won against New Mexico at home. You didn't create nothing against San Antonio, and I think that one was maybe you could have got maybe a point or maybe 2 points out of it, you know. So again, we know what we're going to do. Those are the 2 games when I look at the whole Jägermeister Cup where you go, that's where we let our points, but we're still in it, and we have an opportunity to go to El Paso, you know, try to go for the victory and then see what happens. You know, the only thing you can control is what we can do Saturday.